Hey, it's former Major League Baseball player Jermaine Curtis. Welcome back to my channel. And today what we're going to be talking about is the two-strike approach. It's something that they don't talk about really because, as you see in the MLB level, they like home runs. They really like doubles because that's what changes the game at the major league level. But at the lower levels, let's say, you're a travel ball player, you're a high school player, or you're in college, it's more team oriented. So if you have a two-strike approach to give yourself the best chance to get on base, to keep the rally going or get it started, that's going to help a lot for your team, and that's going to keep you in the lineup and set you up for a lot of success. So today we're going to be talking about that, the two-strike approach. And if you guys seen, any of my breakdowns where I break down Barry Bonds, if I break down Christian Yelich, when I broke down Fernando Tatis Jr., when I broke down Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, I broke down so many players, and we've only been talking about the A swing, but we haven't talked about, a B swing. I think in the Fernando Tatis Jr., I kind of touched about the two-strike approach, but we really want to have that, B swing to help ourselves out. So I'm going to talk about the approach, one that I've learned over my career. In fact, I call it the Hall of Fame two-strike approach because we had a meeting with the St. Louis Cardinals and Albert Pujols was talking, and they asked him, hey, what do you do when it comes to, your two-strike approach? Because, during the time when he was like in his prime, they called him the machine. He was hitting like 250 or 260 with two strikes. And you might be saying to yourself, well, that's not good. But think about that. Most people hit like 100 with two strikes or 160 with two strikes. Now, I was hitting 210 with two strikes, and people were like, oh my God, that was like, the organization was like, oh man, that is amazing. Like if you could get that to 220 or 230, then that, gives your batting average and all your other points, it would go higher. So imagine what he was doing when he was hitting 260, 270 with two strikes. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to share with you what I learned, and I'm going to take you through a coaching call, what I've done in a group of mine that I, talk hitting, I talk how to get recruited, I talk about a lot of different things. And so it's a little different format than what you've been seeing already, but there's so much info in this coaching call. So with that being said, let's jump into it.
Okay, so the two-strike approach, that's going to next level your game. Basically, what you want to do is, we're going to just, for this example, say it's a right-handed hitter. So here, and, let's say the pitcher. What you're going to do is you're going to look for this pitch here inside and trying to hit this pitch back up the middle. So you're trying to hit a fastball inside up the middle. What this is going to do is if they throw you a slider or any other pitch, you're going to hit it and hit this opposite field because you're looking for this pitch and you're allowing it to come deep so you can hit this one up the middle. Because if you're trying to pull this ball, let's say you're trying to pull it, so you're trying to hit this ball that way, it's taking you away from these pitches over here. So by saying you're going to hit this pitch right here and hit it up the middle, you're saying you're letting the ball come deep, and that makes you stay on all these other pitches. So that's going to give you the chances of higher success because you're not pulling off this pitch. You're trying to let this pitch come to you and drive it up the middle. So what I like to do is before, let's say I have two strikes on me and I step out of the batter's box, I visualize. So I look at the center fielder and I visualize hitting a fastball inside up the middle. And this is what our Pujols said. He said that he tries to hit fastballs and he thinks about it. He thinks about hitting the fastball that's inside up the middle. And I started testing it out and I loved it. I loved that idea, and it gave me, really good results. And I know it's going to give you results too. But again, you have to visualize it. When you're in the batter's box, you're looking and visualizing for this inside pitch and trying to hit it up the middle. And you can practice this when you're doing front flips or front toss. You can do this. Try hitting a fastball or try hitting a front flip that's inside up the middle, and work on that. That's your two-strike approach, trying to hit that fastball inside. And what you're going to notice, you're going to stay on all these pitches. And what that means, stay on, is that you're going to be able, you're not going to pull off these pitches. You're going to stay on it and be able to hit this ball and hit it well and hit it to the opposite field, because you're letting the ball come deeper. So this is an approach that's going to pay you dividends if you stick with it, and it's going to help you. So I highly recommend that you do this. And if you like videos like this, smash that like button. And if you have any questions, comment below. I appreciate you watching this. Again, turn on that post notifications button so you can get updated with new videos. And again, thank you for your time. I'm signing out.